Alright. Hey you guys. So I got my lights and I got a new camera. Because I figured if I'm just going to do this, I might as well make it into a hobby and do it real fancy like. Anyways, I decided I'm going to read out of Ephesians and make my hair wavy with this guy. So, Ephesians 6, 10 through 20. And this is the Contemporary English Version. Finally, let the mighty strength of the Lord make you strong. Put on all the armor that God gives, so you can defend yourself against the devil's tricks. We are not fighting against humans. We are fighting against forces and authorities and against rulers in darkness and powers in the spiritual world. So put on all the armor God gives. Then when that evil day comes, you will be able to defend yourself. And when the battle is over, you will still be standing firm. Be ready. Let the truth be the belt around your waist, and let God's justice protect you like armor. Your desire to tell the good news about peace should be like the shoes on your feet. Let your faith be a shield, and you will be able to stop all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Let God's saving power be like a helmet, and for a sword, use God's message that comes from the Spirit. Never stop praying, especially for others. Always pray by the power of the Spirit. Stay alert and keep praying for God's people. Pray that I will be given the message to speak, that I may fearlessly explain the mystery about the good news. I was sent to do this work, and this is the reason I am in jail. So pray that I will be brave and will speak as I should. So this was Paul, not me, I'm not in jail. But this was the Apostle Paul, and he was writing to the Ephesians, obviously. From jail. Or probably prison. Same difference, I guess. Okay. So that was that. I feel like that's an appropriate word. Because we do need to put on the full armor of God. And we do need to stay prayed up. And we do need to be praying for one another, for our leaders, for our country, all that good stuff. So I'm first going to hit my roots with, this is just dry shampoo. I did wash my hair this morning and I let it air dry. And my goal is for it to have some texture tomorrow, because sometimes on day 2, I don't wash my hair every day, obviously. Sometimes on day 2, if I have some texture and stuff in it, then it just lays a little nicer and doesn't look so like greasy 4-day grease ball kind of a situation. So I'm just going to hit my roots with this really super well. I have found if I do dry shampoo in the evenings instead of in the morning, if I do it real well, it's nice that it has a lot of time to like soak up all the grease, and it has a tendency to have a little nicer of a texture. Sometimes, especially around the front, I might have to add a touch more in the morning, but I really like doing it the night before. I used to always just do it in the morning, and I didn't love the way that it would sit. I felt like it left a lot of residue. I think I was using too much when I was new to dry shampoo. But yeah, I felt like I was using too much, and so that just wasn't super helpful. My hair will not hold a curl, but it holds this real well. It holds these waves. I thought I had another clip somewhere. I feel like I need to. Whatever. I guess I'll just put some of this up just a touch more. It holds these these waves really nicely. And so particularly if we're traveling or have like a conference of some sort to go to for ministry stuff, I like to do this. Because like I said, day 2, it gives me texture and volume, and it kind of hides the grease a little bit. Ooh, she's warm. This particular one is the Revlon, and it does have like a dial that you can control the temperature with, although you can't see what the actual temperature is. It just has 1 through 30, and I put it on 25, so that it'll stay real nice. Much goodly. So I did not watch the inauguration today. I'm not super into politics, really. I'm not like a huge news follower. Some people just really love being informed about what's going on. I just kind of wait for people to whine about it on Facebook. I recognize that's not terribly adult, and I recognize that that's not like the most responsible thing to do ever, but that's just kind of how I roll. I used to watch the news, but my brother was in the military when 9/11 happened. And so I stopped watching the news after 9/11 because I didn't want to be scared all the time. I already was sad that it was possible he was going to have to go somewhere, and his job in the military would put him somewhere in a Middle Eastern country, and so I just didn't want to be scared. I didn't want to think about it. So I quit watching the news, and then I just never started again. So, like I said, I recognize that's not terribly responsible, but I do follow some conservative news things on Facebook and stuff, so I feel like I get partial information about what's going on in the world. Anyways. Yeah, so I felt like Ephesians was a good one today, just to remind us to have on the armor of God, and oops, I think I'm going to hold that for longer. Oh, Carrie Jensen. I'm going to decline her. Sorry, Carrie. I'm shooting a YouTube video. Anyways, so my hair has never held a curl very well. Even when I was like younger, I would have to use like a lot of hairspray and stuff. I was in elementary school in the 80s, and I would try and I would like curl my bangs and stuff, like the cool kids. What the? Oh, some of the paint is worn off, and it looked like it had something crusty, but it doesn't. I would have to use a lot of hairspray to get my bangs to stay curled and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, it has just continued to not really want to hold a curl. It does okay if I put like mousse or something on wet hair and then blow dry it. I really can't see the back of my head, and that's frustrating. And then use like hot rollers. That seems to be okay. That works a little better. But I have never fully gotten the total hang of getting hot, like a good curl pattern with hot rollers in my hair personally. I know other people who have used them for a long time and can get it to look good. I feel like I kind of end up looking like a 90s country star. And I'm not really a super fan of that look for myself personally. It's touch and go. Like every third time I put hot rollers in, I feel like it looks okay. The longer my hair is, the better. I don't dare try to do hot rollers as short as it is right now, because it mostly would just add body and not necessarily a lot of curl. And and so I don't necessarily want it to be just a little more than wavy, but also big. I don't know, that just doesn't appeal to me. Doesn't appeal to me at all. So I do this, and I love it, and it looks nice. I had used it from a friend who had one, and I was like, ooh, yes, yes, please. Yes, please. What you doing, Shush? Shushy wants to be a YouTube star. This is her on this mug also. Not really, it's not literally her, but it looks just like her, so. Except she doesn't have this hat. She wishes that she had this hat. I'm a super fan of like chai, tea, and this one right now that I'm drinking is a Bengal spice. And what I do is I take 2 tea bags because I like it's really cinnamony, and so I like it real spicy. It's not spicy like jalapenos are spicy, but it just has just a ton of flavor. And it's a herbal tea. It's not made with black tea or green tea. So it's just got a lot of flavor without the caffeine and stuff. But anyways, it's 2 Bengal spice tea bags. I just put it right in the microwave with the water in the mug for 2 minutes. And then I will squeeze the bags out and add half of a packet of stevia, and I'll put heavy cream in it. Before I was on keto, I would steep it in almond milk or just regular like whole milk if I was feeling like a real fatty. And it is delicious to steep it in almond milk or even regular milk. It's so good. And that's really good, and you just sweeten it a little bit with some sugar or honey or something. And it's caffeine free, and it's a sweet treat. The thing I like about it is it's kind of desserty, so I feel like it's kind of, you know, sweet and delicious, but it's not gonna kick me out of ketosis or, you know, overdo it with the sugar or the carbs or whatever. And it's warm, and like I've mentioned before, I live in northern Michigan, and so it's not warm here right now. It's not. So I like to drink hot tea. Bengal spice. It's kind of like a chai situation, but it's got a lot of cinnamon in it, and a lot of vanilla. It's really good. I love it. So yummy. I've always really liked chai, but I don't love black tea, and so I feel like that one didn't. I should probably go back over that again. I don't love black tea, and so I am kind of picky about which chai tea bags I get, because, like I said, I don't like black tea, and so I don't want it to taste too much like, you know, actual tea, because I want it to be delicious and whatever. So yeah, anyways, and I got this mug from Hobby Lobby because it looks like my Shushy cat. Her name is Katniss, but I just called her Shushy one day, and it just kind of fit, and so it stuck, so we call her Shush. I know I'm not the only one that gives their pets weird names. We've got Eli, and he turned into EI because that's what Harper calls him, and then I call him Sugar Pie. So he's been Sugar since he was like 2 months old. We've called him Sugar. We do call him Eli though too. And Harper, who is 2 years old, she couldn't say Ethel. She still can't say Ethel. And so Ethel goes by Hupple, because that's what she started out as from Harper, but now Harper can say Ethel, and so it's closer to Ethel. But Harper has decided that Eli's middle name is Beavers, just like Ethel's. So he's Eli Beavers this week, which I thought was really funny. So I'll hear her hollering if I'm like in the kitchen or whatever. She'll say, Eli Beavers!
Dad, we'll go downstairs. Come on, sugar.
Toddlers are hilarious. Hilarious with just a touch of naughty. Bless her soul. She's going to have some serious leadership skills, that one, man. She's the youngest of 4, and she advocates for herself so hard. So she's going to have some leadership skills. She will never be the quiet one, which is just fine. There's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself and being your own advocate. For sure. This is bugging me. I'm going to go back and do this one over here. So, if you want to comment down below, what is your favorite way to add some texture to your hair? Do you use dry shampoo? Do you like curling irons or hot rollers? What's your favorite way to add some dimension to your hair? The thing I really like about this one in particular for my hair personally is I don't have to use product with it. I don't have to use mousse. I don't have to use hairspray, which I put in some dry shampoo, but that's not to hold the style. That is, you know, to absorb the grease for tomorrow. But I appreciate that I don't have to use a lot of product in my hair. I've always been kind of a minimalist with hair products. I've never wanted to have hair that's like crusty or anything. I do have a little bit of natural wave and some natural body, but the way that my wave pattern starts, it's not till like probably like my jawline, and so if my hair's short like this, then I can't really get it to do the waves at all. The weather in Oklahoma, my husband and I lived in Oklahoma for 7 years, and the weather in Oklahoma was like the best ecosystem for my waves, and that's when I figured out that I could scrunch my hair and it would wave and look really nice. And so that is one thing that I miss about Oklahoma. That, and we had a really nice support system there. My husband worked for a ministry called Teen Challenge, and we had a handful of friends that we knew through Teen Challenge, but then also we had friends from like our church body, and we went to 2 churches, one for a year and then the other one for 6 years. And so the one we were at for 1 year, our friend Luke married this super fantastic woman named Mariah, and she became my very best friend in the whole world. And then one of the people that had gone through Teen Challenge went on to work at a different Teen Challenge, and he married a fantastic woman, and she's also one of my best friends. So I got lucky. I got a twofer through 2 different ministries, which was nice. And we would hang out a lot with the Teen Challenge staff, and so we have friends that we still talk to and stuff through that we knew through Teen Challenge. I don't think any of them are there anymore. I think they've all moved on to other things, but it's nice to have those connections, so then when we go back, we have somebody to visit with, and it's always nice. And of course we had like church friends and stuff too. But so this is the look. I really don't do much with it. You know, I did this, and what did it take? Maybe 15 minutes? Not long at all. I'll go ahead and turn her off. yeah, it's really forgiving. And for me personally, it usually stays overnight okay. Sometimes it won't be like super waved in every area. If I do use a product like Big Sexy Hair or something like that, the style will stay longer. But like I said, I don't like to have a lot of product in my hair. Plus, I am cheap, so there's that. But yeah, I like this. Maybe I'll get on and do a get ready with me in the morning. I'll throw on some makeup and then you can see kind of what this hairstyle looks like after I've slept on it. And I won't do anything different. I'll just sleep with it down. But if the curl pattern isn't consistent throughout, then I'll just throw it up. Even if I just like pull the front back or something, I'll just kind of throw it up. But yeah, there we go. I'm excited to have pretty hair tomorrow. And also, I'm excited about the setup. I'm hoping that everything is a better quality. And I'm still getting used to it. I have this remote, but I don't really know how to use it. So, anyways, I'm still getting used to it. But remember Ephesians 6:10 through 20. Put on your full armor of God. Be praying for our nation. Be praying for our leadership. And, I want you to be blessed, and I want you to remember that Jesus loves you. And he has really good stuff for you all the time. So, I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't know how to use this. I'll just have to go around and shut it off that way.